Welcome back to Wolf Game 101. This is Module 4 where we're going to cover land and farmers. I'm Spooky47. You can connect with me on Twitter at Spooky47Crypto. So in this module, we'll cover land, farmers, and also where to buy them. This is a relatively short module just because, frankly, we don't have a lot of details about these assets. So I'm going to share what we know and speculate a little bit about what we don't know. So Wolfgame Land was introduced after the contract migration that we discussed in previous modules of this course. It's covered in white paper version 2, and it spells out that there's 20,000 Genesis land parcels. Before we move on, though, I would suggest that if you haven't read the white papers yet, that you go ahead and do that. They're available on wolf.game, and there's 3 different ones right now at the time of recording. There's version 1, 2, and alpha game. They haven't put out a white paper yet for the full game, so that's where a lot of speculation comes into play, where we're trying to guess what the full game will look like. But just understand that we don't have all the facts yet. So with the Genesis land parcels, they're a finite resource with unique properties, and they haven't been revealed yet. So when you go on OpenSea, you'll see that all the land parcels pretty much look the same, and there's no properties to look at. But when they do release what those properties are, we're expecting to see varying acreage, resources, and capability. The land metadata is going to be randomized and released before the full game starts. So if you had any interest in getting land, you probably want to do that now, just because we don't know what the floor prices can end up doing when we start to see the different types of land properties that exist. So with the Wolfgame land, it was basically released in 2 different ways. There was 10,000 of them that were gifted to the owners of Gen 0 animals. So to reiterate what we covered in previous parts of this course, Gen 0 refers to token ID numbers 1 to 10,000. If you owned one of those animals, you were able to claim a free parcel of land at the time. So don't think if you go on now to buy a Gen 0 animal that you can do that. This was something that went on previously. So the 10,000 Gen 0 holders claimed their land, and then the other 10,000 land parcels were auctioned. And they did it in something called a Dutch auction style, where the price decreases as the mint continues. So that was done in Ethereum. People were paying Ethereum for that. I don't recall what the price got down to. In fact, I don't even really remember where it started. But that's how people acquired the rest of the land. Now, the people that minted this land are also, they haven't received it yet, but they're expecting to get 5,000 wool tokens for each parcel of land that they minted. Again, this was a deal for people that minted. So you can't go on OpenSea, buy a land parcel, and then expect you're going to receive 5,000 wool. It doesn't work that way. So utility resources, we still don't know a lot about land. There's a little bit of speculation about it. But we're all eagerly waiting to see what our land parcels will contain. And here's a screenshot of what the land mint looked like. So on the right side of the screen, if you were one of the owners of the Gen 0 animals, you were able to just go claim your land, and all you had to do was pay for gas. And on the left-hand side, that's where the Dutch auction was going on. So people would pay with Ethereum, and they would claim one of these land parcels. Wolfgame Farmers was also released at that time. There was a plan for to release, I think it was, we'll see it on the next screen here, 20,000 farmers, and we ended up minting far less than that. There's only 11,738 farmers as of the recording of this video, and it's not clear whether that's all there will ever be, or if at some point maybe some other iteration of them will come out. We just don't know. As of right now, it doesn't seem like that. This may be all the farmers we're going to get. And the traits for them have not been revealed yet either. The only thing we really know for sure is that there probably will be male and female farmers. We know that they are used as a multiplier effect on the land, and that some farmers may harvest more resources or be able to match their skill set to different plots of land better. But again, all that's not going to be clear until we see the property traits of both land and the farmers. It's worth noting that the farmers are not going to be required to own or operate a land parcel within the NFT game. It's strictly as a multiplier. So you could own a piece of land and never acquire a farmer. But if you did have interest in acquiring a farmer, And let's go to the next screen. You can see what the farmer burn looked like. There's only 11,738 of these, and there's 20,000 land parcels. So that means there are going to be some land parcels that just can't acquire a farmer, even if they wanted one. So if you want one, you probably don't want to sleep on that. You can see farmer wool burn. One other thing to note about this is people minted these with wool token. So they spent 10,000 wool token to acquire a farmer, and then that was burned. And that goes to the tokenomics of the game. So where to buy these? That's the OpenSea collection link again that we've shown a few times in this course so far. The circled area, that's where you'll find links to the other asset classes. But you could also always go to Wolf Games' official Twitter, and they have a link to official links, and you will find the OpenSea collections there. Like I mentioned previously, I'm continuing to talk to the moderators in Discord, trying to get them to add the Looks Rare links as well, so that we have other options other than OpenSea. So that's it for Module 4. We covered land and farmers, where to buy them, and hopefully soon we'll see what traits that we'll be getting for those of us that own land and farmers within Wolf Game. So in the next module, we're going to move on to discussing the wool token, as well as wool pouches in a little bit more detail. Covered a little bit in previous modules, but I want to show you where you can go to acquire the wool token and just talk in a little bit more depth about what those are all about. So please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates. You could also follow me on Twitter at Spooky47Crypto. And until next time, I'll see you in Module 5.